Tragedies such as Tuesday's mass shooting at a school in Texas have many of us thinking this morning about the safety and security of our surroundings. And this morning, safety expert Sam Rosenberg is here live with us to talk about what to do in these dangerous situations. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sam, you own Global Protective Services. Just to give you at home a little bit of background, this is a company that actually instructs people how to react in active shooter situations. And I think as we're seeing more and more of these pop up, you don't know where they're going to happen next. And you could be in one of those situations. They
could happen anywhere. And it behooves all of us to understand at this point in our history, what do we do? What do we do if we're out with our family? What do we do if we're by ourselves? What do we teach our kids? I mean, we have to understand how to respond to these situations.
And that's the thing. What are you thinking? Because let's be honest here, when you hear those gunshots, you panic. Your mind goes blank. You don't know what to do. So how do you calm yourself? How do you put your mind in that place where you're like, I got to do something to make sure I get out of here alive?
Well, the most important thing to understand is that freezing in these kinds of situations is actually the default norm. That's what we would expect people to do. I don't expect people to actually perform well under this kind of stress. There's probably nothing more stressful in the human experience than this level of violence. So what we have to understand is that we will fall to the level of our training. We simply don't rise to the occasion. We fall to the level of our training. So what we have to do is get ahead of the curve and create plans in our minds of what are we going to do in these situations. It actually shocks me nowadays, in 2022, that when I present at universities or if I present at a workplace, very often people still don't know what the basic protocol is. Yeah. If you're in a situation and you're a private citizen and you hear gunshots go off, they always say, run, hide, fight, okay? Really, the first thing that has to happen is you have to think, right? If you put this into a program where you say to yourself, if I'm in this situation, the very first thing I need to do is to be able to quickly look around my surroundings and recognize what are my options. Is running the best option? Is hiding or locking down the best option? If running is, get out. Do it quickly. Get as many people as you can with you. Get your friends and family and move. The thing about it is that one of the reasons why I dislike the term hide, I like it from the standpoint of the stop, drop, roll kind of simplicity of it. But hiding implies hiding under chairs or tables or things that can't possibly stop gunfire. What I really want people to understand is that what hiding means is locking down, barricading yourself into an environment that will delay contact with that intruder. Give the professional lifeguards time to get there. The law enforcement community have done an incredible job over the last few decades increasing response time, and they will come to your aid. They're on the way, but you have to give them some time. But the reality is when you're in a lockdown, what you should be doing as an adult is putting yourself in a position to be able to respond if the intruder comes through that door. Because functionally speaking, the lifeguards may not be there when we need them. We may have to know how to swim, and that's where training comes in.
Sam, thank you. So I feel like we could continue talking to you. I know you're a father too, and this is impacting so many of us so deeply right now. So I appreciate you coming on and talking to us a little bit about this.
Sam, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.